Hey everybody, Mr. Troy here. This is level 3 of the Quadratic Warmup. You are here if you are ready for a challenge. Alright, let's start with this top left problem. Let's get that into standard form. Set equal to 0. I started by distributing. After I distributed, I added 7 to both sides to get x squared minus 8x plus 7 equals 0. My next step is to pick out my a, my b, and my c for the quadratic formula. Those coefficients are in order 1, negative 8, and 7. I'm going to plug that into the quadratic formula and then do my best to simplify. Alright, I get 8 plus or minus the square root of positive 64. That's negative 8 times negative 8. Minus 4 times 1 times 7. That's 28. All over 2. Next, I'm going to simplify 64 minus 28. 64 minus 28 is 36. After I do that, I'm going to say to myself, hey, I know that the square root of 36 is 6, which means I've got 8 plus or minus 6 divided by 2. 8 plus 6 is 14. And 8 minus 6 is 2. So my answers simplify down to 7 and 1. Next problem, I've got some distributive property so that I can get this set equal to 0. I'm going to distribute. I'm not distributing to the 1/4 because it's outside of the parentheses. Now I'm going to move everything to one side. Alright, I've got 0 equals x squared plus x plus 1/4. I could move on here and use a equals 1, b equals 1, and c equals 1/4. But I got a trick up my sleeve. It's going to be way easier if I multiply everything by 4. That's going to give me 4x squared plus 4x plus 1, and I'm not going to have to worry about fractions. If you do it with the fractions, you'll be fine, but I know some people have an aversion to fractions. Alright, let's pick out our a, our b, our c, and work our way through this. Alright, a is 4, b is 4, c is positive 1. So when we plug this in, something interesting happens. Right here we have 16 minus 4 times 4 times 1. That is 16 minus 16, which is 0. And the square root of 0 is 0. So we don't have any plus or minus. We're adding nothing after all. So our final answer is negative 4 over 8, or just a single answer of negative 1/2. All right, we're going to move on to our final problem here. Let's set it equal to 0 in standard form. All right, so I got 5x squared plus 15x plus 12. I've got an a of 5, a b of 15, and a c of 12. We're going to plug that into our quadratic formula. Now when we plug this in, we run into something interesting. We've got 4 times 5 times 12, which is 240, which means I have 225 minus 240, or negative 15, plus or minus the square root of negative 15 over 10. Well, I know I'm not allowed to take the square root of a negative number using real numbers, so my answer to this is going to be no real solutions.